Hi friend, it's Amy with Renewing Stitches. How are you? This is Flosstube YouTube channel about cross stitch, and it's Tuesday morning, and that's not my usual. I usually film like after lunch, and my mom's coming over, so I'm trying to get everything done early, and I really don't have a lot of projects today. I have three whips and one new start, and then I have plans, so hopefully that will fill 20-ish minutes of time. It is beautiful today here in Northeast Texas. It was 50 this morning. It is currently 64 and lovely. We got a good rain yesterday and some on Sunday too, so that's good. The ground's nice and saturated now, so that's good. All right, let's start with who I've been watching, which has not been a lot. I have not watched a lot of Flosstube this last week. I have been stitching some, but just getting ready for this coming week and kind of just resting, taking a little break from the computer, but I still have been putting several on my list, so I'm still behind on viewing, and I check. Do y'all do this? I check. So when I get on my phone, I check to see who's out and go ahead and put them on watch later list, and then have a huge watch later list, and then eventually I will get to watch all the later videos. But that's how I've been rolling this last time. Who I've been watching so far, I've watched Kim, the Snitch Stitcher. Hi, Kim. And she had 4 finishes this time. Awesome. Katie Carney, she has ornaments that she's finished. Love Katie too. Hi, Katie, if you're watching. Laura, of course, Stitching by the Shore. And Emily Williams, of course. Emily Williams, Flosstube. And then I just started Sally, Flossie Sews and Grows. Hi, Sally. And I saw that Tara, Mud Creek Stitcher, has a friend on her newest Flosstube, so I think that one's next. I'm not sure. It's just, I kind of just randomly, it just plays, and so I watch. But I saw that was coming up next. I'm excited about that one. And really, that's all. I think that's it. We've been watching football, which has been good. I have been eyeballing my crochet, so I stuck it out there so I could crochet this afternoon, evening. And I did get some I Spy prompts also. So let's just start. Let's start with a new start. I have a new start. Let me move my phone. New start, and I think I told you about it last week. This is from Amy M. Makes, and I'll link her below. See if you can see. That's it right there. Her Flosstube is Amy M. Makes, and this is her chart. It's called Beary Christmas. I print in black and white. If you're new, hi if you're new. And if you're returning, welcome. Thank you all for joining me. It'll be a short one. This is on, a Beary Christmas. This is on toast. That's right. I told you I was looking for a piece of toast to stitch on. That's what I stitched on. I found it. Toast. This is a fabric from Hobby Lobby. I think it's the Artiste brand. And this is my start. Fun chart, really fast. The symbols are great. Easy to read. So I started over here. Started over here at the Christmas ball and went up and around. And now I'm filling in the tree, and I'm saving the bear for last because that's really what I'm excited about stitching too. So, and the words will go fast, but I'm excited about the bear. So that's it. This is 14 count, and the finished size, what'd she say? Finished size I think is 5 by 5. Yeah. So quick stitch, cute little finish that she did. I'm not sure. I'd like to do it just how she did. We'll see. I have plans to make some flat folds, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. So this might end up being put in the assembly line if I can get it done soon enough. Okay, and then this was the I Spy prompt. So I Spy is a game that Laura Stitching by the Shore. I'll just link her below. Check her her community tab or her Facebook page, either one. I'm not on Facebook, so she kindly puts it out on her community tab for those of us who aren't on Facebook. So this fulfills the prompt for November for, what'd I say? Oh yeah, something you do with time. Well, in the Christmas season, we go and look at Christmas lights, and so that's what I put for there. That's what I wrote down to fulfill that prompt. Something you do with time, and is go look at Christmas lights. Or decorate a Christmas tree. Either one. Because you need time to do that too. Now we're going into the whips. And the first one I pulled out was the Winter Folk Bird. I really just wanted some block stitching. Did I do mostly block? I did. Mostly block except for the new start. I did mostly block stitching this last week. This is Winter Folk Bird from Yasmin's Made with Love. And this is also a Hobby Lobby fabric. I'm looking. Vintage taupe. 14 count vintage taupe. Oh, and it's sideways. Okay, so they're similar. Vintage taupe and toast. See? They're similar. This has got a little bit of modeling, and this is just a solid. I don't think this is sold in the toast is sold in the bigger roll. 14 by 18 inches. And this is in the pack, the smaller pack. And I don't remember. Don't quote me on the sizes. The toast is in a bigger roll. This is in the folded up pack. Anyway, that's my work. I finished off the red that I had on my card. I need to replenish the 606 DMC so I can finish that. So I pulled the brown color and started with the branch. That's it. And the berries, I got all the berries, or most of the berries in this time, and I added the berries up here. And then I did the outside of the leaf and start working on that. So that's where I am. This one had probably 3 strands left, so I did 1 here and 2 here. So I probably have 2 or 3 left. But that's a fun one too. Excellent block stitching. Excellent block. Another easy to read pattern. Love the colors. Again, I think I told y'all last time I had it out I wouldn't have picked 606 for a red, a favorite red, but it's kind of orangey red, but it works in that one. Yeah, this one. Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais with dye needle and thread. I'm working on this. Well, my friends are a lot further than I. One is finished. I'm stitching this on 46 count natural linen 1/2 with DMC, a DMC conversion, and I again did not write down who the conversion is from. I will do that before I finish. But this is where I am. So I finished this block here. I had this pink side of the window, part of the house, open. So I stitched that, and then I filled in these lighter pink berries because they were gone. I only had the dark ones in, so I filled in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those, and then I put in this tree, and then I started with the white going across. And I think the white is on my, yep, it's on my needle now. I do have a row of pink. You can barely see it up against the door just to finish out that thread. So, pretty good. Pretty good. I love it. It's going to be pretty. It's a pretty pink. It's not as, this is a little more pastel. This is a pretty bright pink. It's pretty. I like the red door with it. So 1/2 on 46 count, it's going to be 8 inches. 8 inches across, roughly 8 by 8. So, like, that's the end over here. It's going to be small, but so good. So lovely. All right, and I didn't have a prompt for that one. I probably could have, but I didn't. Last one is the helmet. I worked on this yesterday while my husband was at the doctor. All is good. Not everything's good. This is fulfills the prompt of starts with N in the I Spy because this is a Nomis design. And I almost thought to do needles on the tree because pine needles, Christmas tree needles. But I forgot that I actually have a design that's by a designer with an N. So Nomis, and I'm working on this one. And here I am. So I still did not do the white up here, but I got, I think, four strands of floss. This is 16 count, so I'm using 2 strands. So I got 4 lengths in. I'm on a shorter row of the lengths. Like I cut it at a different, I didn't cut all enough at the same time, so when I went back and cut some more, it would seem shorter, so it goes a lot faster, but that's where we are. So that's going good, just chunky blue. And that is in, and then makes you think of family. The other prompt was makes you think of family. Now that leaves me with 1, 2, 3 prompts for next week, which is going to be interesting. They are something you could make with a pie, or in a pie. Something you can make a pie with, yes. Which I guess could be any of those berry ones, but it would be poison, because holly berries are poisonous, right? Oldest whip, most veteran, or oldest whip, and that was, I went back and checked, it's Autumn Town. I think that's the oldest one I have, because I went back to check my notes to see what I started with, and before even I started Flosstube. So I've had the Flosstube since December, like the week after Christmas is whenever I started. And then I had several already coming in, but I was checking my notebook where I write what I stitch to see what I had open, as in unfinished, I guess, what I had unfinished from last year before I started Flosstube, because I'm keeping better records now, but before, when it was the other records. Anyway, I think Autumn Town is the oldest whip, and then a checkerboard design, which I have not looked at my whips to see if I have a checkerboard design. I could, I guess I could start something. Okay. All right, so that is all the plans, or not all the plans, that is all the stitching plans. So this is coming up on Thanksgiving week in the U.S. Thanksgiving will be Thursday. Next Thursday, I plan on filming Tuesday, but my plans from now until then, I wanted to get some things started. So I'm just going to share with you this first, and then we'll get to the stitching part. So I went to Hobby Lobby last week for something, and I picked up a couple of remnants, and then I pulled some other remnants out. And I wanted to sew, so I'm going to get the sewing machine out. I wanted to sew some more of these. I have a couple of these. These are, I brought a bowl. Here's my bowl. These are little, I call them bowl caps, but I don't know what you call them. They just cover your dish. You know, just cover your dish. And they're washable. Instead of using saran wrap, just throw them in the wash. And I have, I mean, it's just a huge circle and the thin elastic. It's real easy, but I wanted to do those for gifts next month. So, well, that's kind of crooked here. Let me straighten it out. So, I got remnants to make some of these for gifts. And so I plan on starting on that. I need to wash the fabric first, but I wanted to show you what I got. So I got some more checker in the blue. So maybe put one everyday one in each. And then I've got one specialty. So do like 2, and then maybe some jar toppers too. I could do a little jar topper and gift jelly. That would be nice. I'll do that. So I've got this one as a specialty one. I've got Christmas. I've got more Christmas. This is a knit. I'm interested to see how this is going to work. I may do a practice one and see. I think it'll be fine, but I don't sew on knit very often, so that may be iffy. And then I have this one. Well, we have our pastor and his wife are Aggies, so I'm going to make them. This is their everyday, and then maybe like this one or the spring summer, Christmas or spring summer. So that's my thought there. And then, so here's where we talk about the flat folds. I want to turn these into flat folds. So when my husband and I started dating, I started stitching the year and then a little motif or a little small and putting it in frames. And well, the box is getting heavy because that's 21 years ago this year. So 21 frames, they all have glass. They're all small, but they are smallish, and they all have glass, so it's getting heavy. I thought, well, this will be the year. Maybe I can just do flat folds, and then I'll be able to stick them up because I have them on a buffet in the living room, and so I can just put them there, and maybe even put a little, that's an idea, put a hanger on top in case I do want to put them on the tree. One day when the boys are gone and they've taken their ornaments, that might be something. So I have them all over here, and I was going to show you what I've got just to fill time. We're at 17 minutes. And I'm going to put the sticky note over the names because I'm just going to have the boys' names and also. And so I just wanted to share with you. So these are in need of an iron, re-iron. So I will take them out, iron, and work on doing a flat fold for them. I've got several flat fold tutorials saved, so I will be watching those over again and getting hopefully assembly line going. These are all varying patterns. Probably a good chunk of them are Leisure Arts books from, I don't know, the 80s, 90s. The penguin here is from, I think I still have it, a leaflet. I don't know if it's Leisure Arts. I'll look. If you're really interested, let me know. So this is 2003, and underneath I have our names. I try to use a different font for the Christmas in the year and the names. I try to use a different font every time, but they do go around and duplicate. And this one I can see some red fuzz here where I probably frogged, a little cute little mouse. Probably frogged and didn't fluff it. I see it right here. Real good, get it out. So that one's there. Then 2005 was Santa and a Train. That's the year we got married. Now, if I was thinking ahead, I would have done doves or silver bells or something like that. But no, I did not. And this one, I could have thought ahead and done. This is the year that our oldest was born, 2006. It's a snowman. There you go. So I have his name with this. And then I could have done like, I don't know, a little teddy bear or something, babyish, Christmas baby maybe. I would have thought, because he's sort of a Christmas baby. Now see, I already did. This is the bear one. Okay. 2007. Bear. And that, I just did the border on that one. That wasn't part of the chart. I just picked out a small. Did that. And then this one is the one where both boys joined, or our youngest joined us. Let's see if I can not block out the stitches. Okay, here we go. Yep, that'll work right there. There. 2008. This is our oldest, and that's our youngest. So I just changed the hair color and the pajama color. And this one I didn't have a lot of time, so it is super small. 2009. Oh, almost, let's see, that would be a 3-year-old and a almost 1-year-old. Is that right? I think so, yes. So that's a little robin with a piece of holly. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this one. Let's see if I can get this right. Okay, let's see if that works. Yeah. A little Santa, and then there's a Christmas, and then the 2010 was right there as the reindeer. And then 2011, this was super tiny. This is my first time doing, and I did, so it's on 22 count, it looks like. And I used 2 strands for this, so it's super fluffy for the nativity. Hindsight, I would probably do 1 because it looks pretty fluffy, but the back stitch looks great. So, 2011, 2012. This is when my husband and the boys started helping me pick out designs, so this was fun. They had fun picking the Nutcracker one out. And this is a bigger frame because it's I charted it to be a square. And then that was 12. This is 13. Lion and the Lamb. I think this was in a magazine. I don't know what it is, but I could find it. Maybe. I don't know if I still have it. That was before I purged everything and then started buying everything again. 2014, this was in a Christmas stitching book. 2014. I also try to change up the colors for the font and the font and numbers in the year. This was 2015. We built our house. We were building our house, so we were living with my parents while we were building, and so I have their names here too because we were all living together. And again, I was busy, so it was very abbreviated. And this is one of my favorites, along with the next one. This is when we moved in. We moved in December. I think it was like 2 weeks before Christmas of 2016. I did change the house color. I can't remember what it was charted as. Blue, maybe. We did not have snow that year. But I left it on there because it's Christmassy. And my husband wanted me to change Merry Christmas to Noel, so that works. This next one is also one of my favorites. You know, the boys are getting older, and I have more time to pick, and we're pretty settled to pick not just it's a simple design, but a little more coloring, so it looks a little different. So this is, I'm trying to think of the word. It's a little more, not unique, a little more intensive maybe, but not hard. This is 2017. I'll get around to it. Love the bells. Oh, the back stitch makes it. This was definitely, I think I still have this book. And you see, it's been banged in the box so many times. So, and then 2018, this one is also different because my husband wanted me to change it to Feliz Navidad. 2018, this was fun. Also the back stitching. Just to change it up. All right, 2019. This is when we got Ginger. So, she was a puppy, and so block stitching was good. She's a lab, chocolate lab, mix lab, water span. What is that called? The water span? Something. Some kind of lab. Looks like a lab, but it's got the curly hair and the undercoat. It's a water dog. Anyway. She's a mix. That is Ginger, 2019. And we needed this, didn't we? Let's see here. 2020. So after the shutdown, this is what we went with. We decided as a family. Rejoice. I'm glad we did that. It was a rough year, but lots to be thankful for. All right, and then 21. Again, we did the Noel. Let's see if I can do this here. That one goes. Okay. Did it on a different fabric. So this one is on the navy 14 count from Stash / Hobby Lobby. And it was a lamppost, Noel, 21. Oh, there's my blinds. And then 22. This was the pick for the year. So they rotate now since the Nutcracker. The first several years they started picking as a group, but now we rotate. So we all pull things that we like, and then we narrow it down to 3, and then one of the boys picks. So, or my husband, either one. So this is 22 on an oatmeal, I believe, oatmeal fabric. And last year, let's see if I can get this in there so you can see, because I did put in a cute little button, which made it look a little wonky. So, oh well, made it look a little wonky, so I really want to get it out because or I should have just taken the glass out. But, okay, let's see if this works. Yeah. Okay. So, this is from, I still have it. It's got a lot of this type. It's got it reminds me of the gooseberry patch designs, or the books that they used to put out. So that was last year, and I had a holly berry button. I put it there, but it ends up making the fabric look wonky, so I'm ready to get this one out and iron it again, and get that, or at the very least take the glass off. So now I will not have all those done next week, but I hope to have a good start, maybe a few, and then maybe a couple of those bowl topper hats done. So that is all. Oh yay, 30 minutes, great. Okay, so I hope you'll have a lovely week. Plans for stitching, I've got to stitch on Autumn Town because that's my oldest. And I'm not sure about the other two. And then we start Christmas. So in the next year for 25, I'm going to try to keep my stitching seasonal and stitch seasonally, but then bring out my everyday projects, the ones that don't go in a season, bring those out regularly and just go through those on a wheel. That's what I'm thinking. And then do Whip Go, which is, I'm going to do 25 ornaments in 25. I'm going to use Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting Blogspot. I'll link it below. Try to. And do it smalls. I think I only have one house put in there. And then I've got 2 really big new starts. And then I want to stitch the book that Tara is stitching, Tara from Mud Creek. I want to stitch that book. It won't happen, but I will start one, and when I finish it, I will start another one, and then when I finish that one, I probably won't get it all done next year, but I'm going to start the book. Maybe that's it. So that's roughly my plans, unless it changes, and then I'll tell you about it next time. So have a lovely week. If you have any questions, or I can try to find some of the patterns for the ones that I showed you. If you would like to know, let me know. Other than that, let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you're stitching on. And I will wish you a happy week and weekend, and I will see you next time, Lord willing. Bye, friend. Good to see you. And I can hit the button. Yes.